Welcome to Thoroughbred Action from Gulfstream Park. I'm your host, Ron Nicoletti. It is Thursday. We have 10 races in store for you. Let's get right to the track and weather conditions.
The main track fast, turf course listed as good. First race is 6 furlong claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and up. Jockey on the 2 is Jeffrey Sanchez. The off-time favorite, number 5, Corinthians Glory.
They're off. Ya Star broke well. Corinthians Glory's got speed, good song, and on the inside, Our Girl She Gone. On the extreme outside, moving up is Candy's Lady to be a part of the early pace as well. Then a gap of another 3 back to Pentathlon, who's third last in the early stages, ahead of Saintly Bound and Phoebe Moon. Up the backstretch toward the half-mile pole, Our Girl She Gone goes at it with Corinthian Glory, and these two are together through an opening quarter mile as they make their way into the far turn. They're 1-2. And they are clear by a length. And then it's Candy's Lady running in third while moving 3 wide. Behind the leaders, Ya Sta is well in hand and going along nicely at this stage in fourth. It's 4.5 lengths more back to Pentathlon in fifth, followed by Saintly Bound on the inside. Now as they come to the top of the stretch, Candy's Lady has taken the lead, and Ya Sta has moved up on the outside and continues to progress under a hand ride here at the top of the stretch. A confident Eduardo Nunez and Ya Sta have taken the lead with 1 furlong to run, and they're pulling away from Candy's Lady. And then comes Corinthians Glory third. On the far outside, it's Phoebe Moon, and up the rail, Saintly Bound, but it's going to be Ya Sta to win it. Second, holding on, was Candy's Lady, and then came Saintly Bound, followed by Phoebe Moon and Pentathlon.
Number 6, Ya Sta wins it, pays $11.80, owned by Golden Age Stable, trained by Dave Rakoff, and ridden to victory today by Eduardo Nunez. Second race, 1 mile on the turf. These are maiden claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward. Jockey on the number 2 is Corey Lannery.
They're off. And it's Miss Regalite on the inside who comes out quickly. Reagan's Odyssey's got speed too. And Holy Scat splits those two and is a part of the early pace as they move into that first turn. These 3 all right together. Easter Light away running in fourth. Star Shiner is fifth. And going up on the far outside is Cassidy's Valentine, 3 wide on that turn. And then it's back to Cat Lucky. A length and a half farther back to Just Like Khaki. ZR Destiny, the favorite, is third last early on here. 8 lengths off the lead, just ahead of Hard to Picture. And Belle Piana is last of them all. They went 23 and 4 for the opening quarter mile. They're on to the backstretch with Miss Regalite and Reagan's Odyssey up top. And right behind them is Holy Scat, who sits in third and is just outside the top 2. Cat Lucky follows in fourth. And then it's Cassidy's Valentine in fifth, followed by Easter Light and Star Shiner on the inside. Just Like Khaki, 7 lengths behind. ZR Destiny still third last and now being joined by Hard to Picture down on the inside. Belle Piana's last, so the favorites are at the back of the field after a 48 and 2 half mile. Around the far turn they go. Reagan's Odyssey on the inside. Holy Scat draws even. Holy Scat pokes a neck in front. 3 lengths more back to Miss Regalite in third. Belle Piana's getting going now, and Belle Piana traveling strongly third and heading toward the top 2 at the top of the stretch. ZR Destiny has not been involved. They're coming for home now. Holy Scat the leader, but Belle Piana is closing in, and Reagan's Odyssey is back into third. And now Corey Lannery getting more from Holy Scat, trying to hold off Belle Piana. Then Reagan's Odyssey on the inside. Holy Scat still there. Belle Piana to the outside coming. Holy Scat, Belle Piana, Holy Scat under the wire first. Belle Piana steadied late, and then it was Reagan's Odyssey, followed by Just Like Khaki and ZR Destiny.
Number 2, Holy Scat, scores for PTK LLC, ridden by Corey Lannery, trained by Dane Kavitsky, pays $14 to win. We'll take a break. Be back for race number 3 in just a couple of moments. Welcome back. Race number 3, 6 furlong claimers, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. The jockey on the 6 is Javier Castellano.
They're off. Mock My Day. On the far outside, Loudon's Gray, and big distinction between those two. They're out for the lead together, and then it's Breezy My Way, who's away running in 4th. Right alongside is Horter, and then comes Point Made to the inside, very tightly packed there, only 2.5 lengths off the lead, and they're 4 lengths ahead of Demand, who's trailing the field early. They make their way toward the turn. Big distinction. Breezy My Way to the outside. Horter coming up outside of them. Mock My Day shuffled back on the inside. Loudon's Gray now moves up a spot into 4th. 1.5 lengths off the lead after a 23 flat opening quarter mile. Around the far turn. Big distinction on the inside. Breezy My Way. Right alongside in 2nd. Horter 3 wide. Loudon's Gray 4 wide. 2.5 back to Point Made. And then it's Mock My Day and Demand. And they're coming toward the top of the stretch. Big distinction off the turn in front, a 46.5 mile, and Big Distinction shakes away and has opened up a 3-length lead here. And then it's Horter, Loudon's Gray, and to the outside, Demand is getting going too, and then Point Made. And they're all catching up to Big Distinction. Here's Point Made. Point Made comes the best, and Point Made beats Demand on the wire. And then it was Horter, Big Distinction, and Mock My Day.
Number 3, Point Made, splits horses and pulls a big upset, pays $103.20 to win, owned by Just for Fun Stable Incorporated, trained by Angel Medina, ridden to victory by Carlos Olivero. The 5 was second in there. The exacta 3-5 paid $768.60 for $2. Race number 4, 6 furlongs, maiden claimers, 3-year-olds and upward. The off-time favorite, number 6, Tail Stone.
They're off. And it was a good start for Rocket Boulevard, who goes out to the front. The favorite, Tailstone, is right there, too. And down on the inside, Dr. Turkman. These 3 out for the front together. Then Abandoned Ship, Indie Artist, followed by Blogosphere, who did not come out all that well, but is now moving up on the inside, all the way up into 3rd as they head up the backstretch. Rapid Lightning is after that. Another 2 lengths clear of Majestic Kingdom, and Hat Trick's Victory is at the back of the field as they race for the far turn. Dr. Turkman and Tailstone together. They went 22 and 4 for the first quarter mile. And they're clear by a length of Indie Artist, who's 3rd and edging up to the top 2 on the far turn. Behind the leaders, Blogosphere follows in 4th by another 2. And then it's Majestic Kingdom, followed by Rapid Lightning on the inside. And now Tailstone is taking the lead, but Indie Artist draws up alongside, and these 2 will turn for home together. Blogosphere comes after them. Dr. Turkman is given way. They're into the stretch, Tailstone and Indie Artist, and these 2 will come to the final furlong with Tailstone edging away. Tailstone and Javier Castellano are clear now. Indie Artist left behind in 2nd, and then it's Blogosphere and Rapid Lightning. It will be Tailstone to come home on top. The favorite wins by 4, going away over Indie Artist. Then it was Blogosphere, followed by Rapid Lightning and Abandoned Ship.
Number 6, Tailstone, the favorite, scores and wins for owners Ken and Sarah Ramsey, trained by Mike Maker and ridden to victory today by Javier Castellano. The 5th race, 1 mile on the turf. These are claimers, 3-year-olds and up, which have never won 2 races. Jockey on the 4 is Manny Aguilar. Scratch the 9, scratch the 11, scratch number 16.
They're off. And it's a Break who comes out running well. On the inside, sent on through to show some early speed is Indian Guide and Better Run Real Fast from the rail. These 3 are out the best as they race for that first turn. And then it's a length and a half farther back to a ground-saving Blessed with Prayer, who's running in 4th position early on and just in behind the leaders. Then Starship Frontier to the outside in 5th as they make their way to the backstretch. Then Divine Intrigue, break of another 2. Two-Step Temper is next. Then on the outside it's Zippy Zappy. In behind them El Congoro, Run Saichi, Break-Even Analysis is next. Then Strategicon and Nick's Danger. 23 and 2 was the quarter. They move on to the backstretch, and it is Better Run Real Fast battling up front with Abrique, and these 2 are nose-to-nose on the lead with Indian Guide a length and a half off of them. Then it's Blessed with Prayer, Starship Frontier 4th, Divine Intrigue in behind the leaders in 5th with 4 lengths to make up. Break-Even Analysis is racing in between horses as they race for the far turn. And it is a Breek and Better Run real fast together through a 48 1/2 mile. These two now joined by Indian Guide, who sidles up alongside, and there's three across the track. And then it's Two-Step Temper fourth, and moving up just in behind the leaders as they come toward the top of the stretch. Divine Intrigue is down on the inside, and then comes Zippy Zappy and Break Even Analysis, and they're coming to the top of the stretch. And it is a Breek turning for home with a narrow lead. Indian Guide on the outside, Better Run real fast down toward the rail. And now on the far outside, Break Even Analysis comes on. Two-Step Temper is there in Divine Intrigue, and it is now Break Even Analysis in front. And Break Even Analysis and Joe Bravo go on to win. And they win it by 2 in the end over Divine Intrigue, and then came Run Saichi in a photo with Two-Step Temper.
Number 2, Break Even Analysis closes and pays $18.80 to win, owned by Morris Bailey, trained by Eddie Pisa Jr., and ridden to victory today by Joe Bravo. We're going to take a break. We'll be back for race number 6. Welcome back. The 6th race, 5 furlongs on the turf. These are maiden claimers, 3-year-olds. Jockey change on the 3. It's Eddie Castro. On the 8, it's Paco Lopez. On number 10, it's Edgar Prado, the 9-5 favorite. Number 11, Wind Warning.
They're off. And it's Kirky's Dream on the inside, who comes out running well. I'm Just a Myth away in second. Wind Warning is third. On the far outside, Pisco Bliss is there with Camerton Hall. Running in between horses, Starchy Lieutenant is there. Then it's My Valentino and Chia Ghost. Break of another 2. Back to Fine Cat. Then Very, Very Stella to the outside. JR's Call and Sergeant Thompson is last of them all. It is Kirky's Dream a half length in front. I'm Just a Myth on the outside second. Wind Warning sits third just off the leaders as the field makes their way around the far turn. And then it's Camerton Hall running in fourth, saving all the ground 2.5 lengths off the lead. Then it's Pisco Bliss. Starchy Lieutenant is next as they come toward the top of the stretch. A wide run for Chia Ghost as It's My Valentino cuts the corner. They're into the stretch. I'm Just a Myth runs for the lead outside of Kirky's Dream, and I'm Just a Myth has taken over and is now the leader. Kirky's Dream is second. Late run on the outside from Pisco Bliss, who's closing in. And here comes Pisco Bliss running down I'm Just a Myth. Pisco Bliss and Rafael Hernandez to win, going away. I'm Just a Myth was second, and then came Starchy Lieutenant, followed by Kirky's Dream and Wind Warning fifth.
Number 12, Pisco Bliss wins it, pays $19.80, owned by Horse and Around Racing Stable, trained by Nick Gonzalez, ridden to victory today by Rafael Hernandez. Race number 7, 7.5 furlongs on the turf. These are claimers, fillies and mares, 3-year-olds and upward.
And they're all in line. They're off. A slow start by Alien Queen. And it is Love That Kelly who comes out quickly, joined on the outside by Starship Gambler, JL's Princess, and farther out, it's Bangla Dancer, who's caught very wide into that first turn, and slipping through an opening on the inside is True Blue Nation now, and True Blue Nation's going to come on through to grab the early lead. And then it's Kelly's Little Secret running in second. These two now clear 2 lengths from Starship Gambler in third. Love That Kelly is back running in fourth. And then it's Bangla Dancer fifth by another 2.5, and then JL's Princess on the outside of Almost an Angel, who's down at the rail. Archer Queen is next by another 1.5 lengths, and then Extremist Vipera to the inside. Penny, 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 Alien Queen, and at the back of the field is Rein It In, and they went 23 flat for the opening quarter mile. Up the backstretch, Kelly's Little Secret on top, leads it by 3/4 of a length over True Blue Nation, while Love That Kelly sits third outside of them. Starship Gambler tracks the top 3 and is in fourth as the pack starts to tighten up and head toward the front runners, as Kelly's Little Secret leads the way into the far turn. JL's Princess moving now, and Extremist on the far outside. Love That Kelly is right there in between horses. There's 4 of them across the track now. And then it's Bangla Dancer in 5th. Sent up on the outside is Archer Queen as they come toward the top of the stretch. And Vipera is also putting in a bid, and it's a strong one too. And here comes Vipera on the far outside. And they're into the stretch is JL's Princess. Vipera storms down the center of the course into 2nd. Extremist is 3rd. Into the final furlong, and it's JL's Princess and Vipera. These 2 will decide it. JL's Princess and Vipera. These 2 down to the line together, and Vipera gets up. JL's Princess was 2nd, and then came Extremist, followed by Archer Queen and Penny, Penny, Penny.
Number 4, Vipera, gets up under the shadow of the wire and scores for Clark Ostrom, trained by Jane Savelli and ridden to victory today by Paco Lopez. Race number 8, 1 mile on the main track. These are maiden claimers. Filly's 2-year-old scratched the 2, Good Style. Jockey on the 3 is Luis Saez. On the number 4, it's Jeffrey Sanchez.
They're off. Alcaldesa got shuffled back at the break there. So to Let Love Rule. And it is Don's Girl on the inside who goes up and after the early lead. Don's Girl from that rail post to the front as the field races out of the chute and toward the back stretch. It is going to be Don's Girl on the inside to battle it out early on with Roraima, who goes up in between horses into 2nd position up the back stretch. And then it's Princess of Cashel. Stacy's Reflection on the outside is next. And then Hoosiers Are Awesome on the far outside. They're followed by Alcaldesa and Panetta. And it's a 5-length gap back to Let Love Rule after an opening quarter mile in 24 and 2. Up the back stretch, Don's Girl in front. Leads now clearly by a length and a half over Roraima as they head up the back stretch. And then comes Stacy's Reflection. Hoosiers Are Awesome on the far outside is moving up. And now is taken 2nd on the turn. Then it's Alcaldesa down on the inside. 2 lengths ahead of Panetta. And then Princess of Cashel and Let Love Rule at the back of the pack. Don's Girl has run a 47 3/2 mile and is in charge on the far turn, clearly by 2.5 now. Hoosiers Are Awesome on the outside. Alcaldesa now takes 2nd. And then comes Panetta, who circles up on the far outside as they come to the top of the stretch. Don's Girl turning for home in front, 3/4, 113 and 1. And Don's Girl comes to the 8th pole with a 2.5 length lead. But Panetta is closing in now. And here comes Panetta up alongside and right on by. Panetta and Luis Saez have taken the lead from Don's Girl, and it will be Panetta. Don's Girl was 2nd, and then came Alcaldesa, Roraima, and Princess of Cashel.
Number 3, Panetta scores, pays $7.40 to win. Owned by Guneri Stable Incorporated, trained by Antonio Sano, ridden to victory today by Luis Saez. We're going to take a short break. We'll be back for the late Daily Double. The 9th race, originally scheduled for 7.5 furlongs on the turf, now to be run at 7 furlongs on the fast main track. Scratch the 2, the 4, the 6, the 7, the 9, the 10, the 11, 12, and number 14.
They're off. Tuppence Links and ZZ Zoom Zoom from the inside out for the lead. Love's Illusion between those 2. And then it's Comet 62. And at the back of the pack is Don't Blame Me as the field heads onto the back stretch. ZZ Zoom Zoom in front. Love's Illusion in 2nd. Tuppence Links on the outside 3rd. Don't Blame Me making an early run here through an opening on the inside and right in behind the front runners. And then it's Comet 62. Don't Blame Me in a tight spot there, but now up into 3rd as ZZ Zoom Zoom runs at 23 and 1 opening quarter mile. Love's Illusion 3/4 of a length behind. Don't Blame Me 3rd. Tuppence Links on the outside 4th, and Comet 62 last of the 5 with 3.5 lengths to make up. And ZZ Zoom Zoom and Rafael Hernandez lead the way. Love's Illusion on the outside, 3/4 of a length off. And then it's Don't Blame Me and Comet 62 and Tuppence Links on the outside of them. They're approaching the quarter pole after a 46 and 2/2 mile. And it is ZZ Zoom Zoom and Love's Illusion. And here comes Comet 62 to the outside of them. And they're into the stretch. And Comet 62 runs up and after the lead as they come to the 8th pole. Taking over from Love's Illusion and ZZ Zoom Zoom, it is Comet 62 and Javier Castellano, and they are pulling away. Comet 62 over Love's Illusion, ZZ Zoom Zoom, and then it was Tuppence Links.
Number 8, Comet 62, the 6-5 favorite, wins it for owner Michael Dove, trained by Chad Brown, and that gives jockey Javier Castellano his second victory on today's card. The 10th and final race, 6 furlong maiden claimers for 2-year-olds. The claiming price, $25,000. Scratch number 2, Midnight Dance.
They're off. Danny's Turbo comes out running with El Maxi for the front. After that comes Forever Die and High Mischief on the inside. Papa Pig away running in 5th. El Señor de los Cielos is 6th. Behind them comes Pair Tie, Summer Disco to the outside, and El Cachaco started slowly and is last of them all as the field heads up the backstretch. Forever Die on the inside, battling up front. Right alongside is Danny's Turbo. Between those two, it's El Maxi, and they went 22 and 3 for the first quarter mile. Then it's El Señor de los Cielos in 4th by another length. They're being followed by Pair Tie, who picks it up on the far outside while going 3 wide. Then it's High Mischief, Summer Disco, Papa Pig, and El Cachaco is the trailer. Danny's Turbo and El Maxi turn for home together. Pair Tie, 3rd, sent up after them after a 45 and 4/2 mile, and they're into the stretch, and it is Danny's Turbo. Danny's Turbo trying to hold off the challenge of Pair Tie with a furlong to run, but Pair Tie is coming up alongside now. Danny's Turbo, Pair Tie, these two will decide it, and Danny's Turbo digs in. And Danny's Turbo had something left. Wins by a length and a quarter over Pair Tie, and then came Summer Disco, followed by El Maxi, and then El Señor de los Cielos and High Mischief in a photo behind them.
Number 9, Danny's Turbo. First-time starter wins and pays $6.60, owned by Daniel Alonso, trained by Efren Loza Jr., and ridden to victory today by Pedro Cado Jr. In the pick 5 today, 5 of 5, $330.70, 4 of 5, $5.50. In the pick 6, 6 of 6, $735.30. We'll have a carryover going into Friday of $6,217.56. There is a carryover in the Rolling Super High 5 going into Friday of $4,804.31.
And that wraps up Thursday's card. Remember, on Friday, our first race post is 12:35. We'll have 10 races to show you. It's going to be a lot of fun. Come out to Gulfstream Park, watch, wager. Good night and good luck.